Today I'm going to do an unboxing on this Brother SQ9185 computerized sewing and quilting machine. The reason I bought this machine was because of this table. I had an embroidery machine, but the problem with the embroidery machine is you do get an add-on, and it does make the sewing machine roughly the same length as this, but you can only embroider with that length. If you just want a sewing machine that has an extra width and extra length, you might want to go with a quilting machine that provides a included table, or go ahead and go buy your table. With that being said, let me discuss what's on the box, discuss some of the things you get, then we'll go ahead and tear it open and look what's up inside there. With this box, with this computer, with this sewing machine, you get 130 built-in sewing stitches, 55 alphanumeric stitches. You get a variable speed control, start and stop button, including 8 styles of one-step auto-size buttonholes. That's pretty cool. You get 8 different types of buttonhole stitches with just a push of a button. You get a large LED backlit display. You get 11 accessories and sewing feet. Okay, you get on this side of the box, it just says the super bright LED light, the large backlit LCD. You get your wide table included. Up here at the top, you just lift it up, you have 30 mirror stitches, and then here's your 55 alphanumeric stitches. And then let me zoom into this. Here's your built-in buttonholes. Zoom into that right quick so you can take a look. So you can see you have 8 different styles. So you have 8 different styles to push up a button, so that's neat. Alright. See what's on the other side of the box. On the back, this is where everything gets a little interesting. You have your garment construction. You have your decorative stitches. Again, 130 unique built-in stitches with 170 stitch functions plus the alphanumeric stitches. Okay, here is your alphanumeric stitches. Hold on one second. Okay, here is your alphanumeric stitches. Then here's your garment construction stitches. Here's your decorative stitches. Get a lot of decorative stitches. Your what is this? This is some more stitch functions. Down here is quilting stitch functions. Here are some included accessories. You get your spring action quilting foot. You get your wide quilting table. You get your quilt guide for foot holder, 1/4 inch quilting foot, and the walking foot. On the standard feet that come with the machine, they're labeled by alphabets. So your buttonhole is an A, your overcasting foot's a G, your button fitting foot's an M, monogramming is an N, your blind stitch is an R, your zipper foot's an I, and your zigzag foot is a J. You get a twin needle, ballpoint, needle set, seam ripper, cleaning brush, extra spool pin, eyelet puncher, a disc-shaped screwdriver, 4 bobbins, large, small, medium spool caps, foot controller, DVD, instructional DVD, owner's manual, and a quick guide reference. Okay, now that we got all that out the way, let's go ahead and open the box up. You know what? Let me go ahead and put this on the ground so you get a better view. Okay, now that it's on the ground, we get a better view. You get your presser foot. Get your power cord. Here's your, let's see what's in here. Some feet for your quilting. You have your quilt guide. You have your spring quilting foot. You have your walking foot. This comes in this little bag. Then on the back, this is your wide table. Comes in its own little box. Then you have your instruction manual and your included DVD. The only thing that's left in the box is your sewing machine that's in this styrofoam. Let's go ahead and, wish they tape it up. Go ahead and open that on out and see what it looks like. Take the whole thing out. And nothing else is in the box. This part is still taped up. Slide this on open. They tape the bottom too. Okay. So here's the sewing machine. Now here's the back. Alright, let's just take it out. You don't have a handle, but you have a built-in indent, so you can hold it just as easy. Now let's move back to the table. Okay, now that I have the sewing machine on the table, take a better look at it. Okay, here's your speed control, slow, medium, fast. Here is the adjuster, plus, minus. This is to change, let's just say you want to go to 16, 1/6. Turn this on in a second. This is how you do your stitch, and one is the length. Here's your tension, here's your spool pin, your bobbin winder. It comes with the needle in it. This is your on-off. That is your power. On the back, this is your, right here, this is how you lower your what are those called? Your feet. The feeding feet. This is how you lower them. This is how you raise them. So if you want to do freehand stitching, free hand embroidery, that's how you do that. There is some scissors right here to snip your thread. So the remaining feet are in here. I'm gonna take this tape off, and then we'll look at all that. Right here, this is some instructions on how you load your bobbin, how you load your needle. If you need help, call Brothers. This is their customer service number. Okay, right here, just go ahead and slide on out. Here's the rest of the accessories. You got your one-step button. button foot. You have your seam ripper. You have your little brush. You have your eyelet punch. You have your large spool cap. You have an extra spool pin. So if you want to do twin needling, you just take your spool pin, set it right there, and then here's your first. This is your first spool pin. Here's your second spool pin. This is the needles that come with your set. Here's your twin needle. Here's some more needles. You get 2 bobbins. You get 3 extra bobbins. The 4th one is loaded. The 4th bobbin, well, I'll show you that in a second. Here's your small spool cap, large spool cap. The medium is on the back of the machine already. Here's your button foot. Here's your circular screwdriver. Just gives you, just easier to handle it than a big one. Then here's your various feet. Your zipper foot, your monogramming foot, your blind hem stitch, your monogramming, your overcasting, your zigzag, and I believe the one that's on the machine is just your standard foot. Those are all your feet. Here is, again, here's your extension table. And in order to put the extension table, you just slide your accessory storage off. And this simply just slides right on. Just slides right on like that. Let me get a measurement here. With the extension on, the whole machine is 20 inches long and you have 14 inches of working space. With the extension off, you have 16, the entire sewing machine is 16 inches and you have 10 inches of working space. So you get an additional 4.5 inches long. The width, it looks like you gain about an inch on the width. So let me go ahead and, well, I'll just show you where the bobbin is right now. Zoom in right there. Here's your bobbin. In order to get your bobbin, pull that little lever back, little bobbin case pops up. Here's your bobbin. You have bobbin loading instructions, but you simply just want the thread coming counterclockwise down. Sit this in, follow it around this little diagram, follow it around. Cut it on off. Then when you start, as soon as you start sewing, it will go ahead and pick it up. Take this tape off. I'm going to use some red thread just so you can see. Put the thread on. Put your bobbin cap on. And can you see this? Okay, you go under, that's 1. Round the back of this is 2. Come down 3, up 4. Make sure you go all the way to the back. down 5. And then after you load your thread on your spool pin, you come around this is your first step. That's one. Come around here, come all the way down. Here's a number. Come all the way down. Here's number 3. Come all the way up. You make sure you want to go all the way to the back. I don't know if the camera is picking it. Okay, there it is. You go all the way to the back. You get that. Come down here. 5 comes down. 6, you go in this one, and then you use your little automatic threader. Now, to use the automatic threader, it's pretty tricky, but once you get it, very easy. You turn it, you push it down, you come all the way through. There's this little lip in those teeth that you pull the thread up, and then when you let go, it pulls the thread through the hole. I'm gonna do my best to show you. Okay, now when you go to load your thread with this quick threader, you pull this down, this little lever down. This piece right here, your thread goes under that piece, and then when you push the button, these teeth come through the needle. Then you take your thread, you put it into those teeth, and you lift up a little bit, and then when you release, the thread I'm using is pretty thick, but when you release, it pulls the thread through the needle, and you just go ahead and pull it through the back, and that's how you do it. Takes a little bit to get used to it, but once you get used to it, works pretty fast. Right here I'm just showing how you could thread again. I switched the thread from the red to this black. Black is a little thinner, and you see it just goes right in there. So it's not an issue. Once you learn how to do it, not an issue. Okay, now that the machine is all threaded, let's go ahead and turn it on. I'm not even going to use the foot control. I'm just going to use the start stop button. This is how you switch between your stitches. I'm just going to pick stitch number 24, so the first one, 2, 4. It has the zigzag and the stitch length already set, and it tells you J. J is the zigzag foot, so I don't have to change feet. This is just a little duck canvas and stabilizer. Simply put it in, lower the foot. I'm going to put it on slow at first. Start sewing. Then I just turn the speed up a little bit. And turn it up real fast. And then I hit stop. Stops in the down. Needle up. Lift it on up. Come over here to the back. Cut it on off. There's the stitch. And that's exactly what number 24 looks like. Now, the reason why I bought this machine was I sew leather purses, and I want to see if this thing can go through some leather. So let me set that up, and we'll see if it can go through some leather. Okay, now that I'm about to sew through leather, I'm sew through these 2 pieces of leather, roughly about the thickness of 3 pair of jeans. I mean, not 3 pair, but 3 layers of jeans, 2 to 3 layers of jeans. But I have to change this needle out. So take the screwdriver, twist it in. Take the needle on out. Try not to drop your needle. Take the needle on out. And I'm using a 90-14 leather needle. I'm using a 90-14 leather needle. So let me put that in, re-thread it, be right on back. Okay, now I'm back with my leather needle, and I'm just doing a simple straight stitch. So let's go ahead and lower it, put it on slow, see how it goes. This is 2 pieces of leather. Seems to be going through it pretty smooth. Going backwards. Needle up. See what that looks like. Zoom you out. See what that looks like. That's what that looks like through 2 pieces of leather. Okay, you know, now I actually want to see, I want to do some letters. But before I do that, let me show you something. Right here, the green light is on. This is all your stitches right here. All these stitches, you're on this one. Let's say you want to go to mirror stitches. Just press this button, it goes to mirror stitches. And your mirror stitches are located up under this little flap. These are all your mirror stitches. And you have 29 of those. Then your monogramming, your monogramming, they're all right here. And that's simply just switch it to A, and then you get to just choose your number. If you want to do an A, the A is 01. So an A would be, so if you want to do an A would be 01. So let's say you just want to display your name, let's just say Joe. So it would be 10, 15, 05. So I'm going to switch the foot because right now, let's say, or it doesn't matter, any letter, you need the end foot, and the end foot is your monogramming foot, and there's your end. Hope you can see that. There's the end for monogramming. So I'm going to change the foot, and then I'm going to do a letter. So let's see how that looks. You know how to change feet, just hit the little lever in the back. Put your foot in that you want. Line it up. There. That's in. Put your foot back. Let's go with, like I said, we're gonna do J. J is 10. 10. And I don't know how to do it. Okay, hold on, let me figure this out. Okay, at first, picking out how to do these letters, a little difficult, but as soon as you get it, very easy. Again, we're gonna go with A, 01. A is 01. So, you go right here, you select the number you want, 01, and then you hit add. So now it's this, the top one says one letter at 01. The presser foot is down, I hit go. Okay, there's the A. Needle up. Take a look at A. And there's your A. Now that we know how to do one letter, let's see how we do 2 letters. So again, slow it, press it down. So we're gonna type in, let's just say 2. T, and what is O? T-O. So, T is 20, O is 15. And come back over here. T is 20, so you have 20, and you hit add. So it says 1. Now we need O, which was 15. You hit add. Now it says there's 2 letters in the little Q, and then you just hit go. Okay, needle up. Take it on out. So we spelled T-O. And that's how you spell that's how you spell a name. That's how you can add letters. Okay, well, that's all for right now. I'm going to go ahead and play around with it, but it goes through leather, and that's the reason I bought it. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Appreciate you watching. You guys have a nice day. Okay, right now I'm going to show you the benefit of a presser foot. So I'm going to show you how you take it off, put it on, and I'm going to show you what a presser foot does. Before I do that, I'm going to sew something right quick to show you the difference. Right here, I'm using, put it on 2-speed. Right here, I'm using some vinyl. Just normal vinyl. I'm going to take the vinyl, just go straight with it. Needle up, bring it out, cut it. Okay, no problem. Sew with the vinyl. Okay, now I'm going to fold the vinyl over once, one vinyl, and I'm sew on this side. Before I do that, I'm gonna do my best to keep it lined up. Corner to corner, corner to corner. And I'm gonna fold it over. Put it up under here. Hold this down and go. Go up. Okay, now let's back the camera out a little bit so you can see this. Okay, so get a good look at this. Come in the focus for you. All right. Now let's look at what the presser foot can do. So, in order to put your presser foot on, you have to take off, you gotta take off your foot. I'm just using a screwdriver, not the included one, but you take off the foot, the whole unit, loosen that big screw. You can take it all the way off, or you don't have to. Then you take your presser foot. This part, this white part, it goes right here over your needle up and down. And then this part just slides right in over that screw. So you just come from behind. Need a little bit more room on my screw. Slide that right on in. Lift this arm up. There you go. Go ahead and tighten it on down. Now we're gonna watch and see see what the presser foot does. Alright, you don't want to over tighten that because the presser foot's just made out of plastic. I mean, the walking foot is just made out of plastic. So again, this time I'm just using blue vinyl. I'll go in slow motion so you can see how it moves. And I'll go ahead and speed it up. Alright, now I'll go ahead and make that same fold. Slide it up under here. Press the foot down. Hold this. Alright, now let's take a look at that. Okay, here's the walking foot. Let's see if I can get that better. Here's the walking foot. And here's the regular pressing foot. So as you can see, if I can make this brighter. As you can see, the regular foot right here, the regular foot is very tight. It got tight. With your walking foot, it kept the same stitch length. See, it bunched up and got tight right here. Same stitch length. That was the reason why I wanted the Brother SQ9185, because it came with the presser foot. It came with the walking foot. It came with your walking foot. And there you go. And then to take it off, just simple reverse. Loosen up this screw, slide it on out, put your leg and your foot back on, and then you're ready to go on to your next whatever it is you're gonna sew. Okay, right now I'm going to switch over and I'm going to put in the button foot. And the button foot is, let's see if you can zoom this in. The button foot is A. So the button foot is A, and what you do, you take your foot and you take your button, I'm just using this little button, and you slide this part goes back and forth, and you put your button right in here, and this is to size up, this is to find the size of the button. So you size it up right there. The button is just sitting up in here. Then I'm going to load the button foot on. And by doing that, okay, now the little lever right here, you pull this little slot down, and you have to make sure that it goes in between these two pieces. I'll get a better angle so you can see that. You have to put, you have to put this, I don't know what it's called, but I know this slides down. It's this little piece right here. I guess it's something to do with the zipper foot. I'm sorry, the button foot. You slide this on down, and it goes in between this one and this one. Goes in between those two, so that when it slides forward, it knows where to stop. So the machine says, okay, I'm only gonna make a buttonhole that size. Okay, so now I'm going to choose, I'll go over here to the buttonholes, which is 34 to 42. I'm gonna choose 40 just because I want to see what it looks like. So to choose 40, again, put it on that indicator and just go to 4. And it says put the 8-foot in, which we have in. I'm use some yellow fabric so we can see, and then I'll start sewing in a second. Okay, here's the yellow fabric. I'm just gonna place that right there. Press the foot down and go. Let me go ahead and speed that up. Let me hit stop because I forgot to do something. Okay, here's a yellow fabric. Put the fabric in, lower the foot, hit go. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. And as you can see, the machine moves it to the distance that it needs to be. And watch when it comes out, it's gonna look just like number 40. Should be finishing up here. Okay, it's done. Needle up, press the foot up, bring it out, cut it. Now let's look at that. And there you go. And then you simply just cut that down and the button slide through. Now I'm gonna show you how you do the button. So all I have to do is I'm going to take off presser foot A and put on the button presser foot, which is M. So I'll do that in a second and then I'll show you which one you select. Okay, now that I have the button foot in, which is an M, what you want to do, put your hand in the back and you want to deactivate the feed dogs just by sliding the lever. Just by sliding the lever so the feed dog don't move. Then you want to put it on 0-4. That's a zigzag. So after you do that, you line up your button on your fabric. Line that up. Better view for you. You line that up. You lower the presser foot, and then I'm just using the hand so that I can make sure it lines up. So it goes through that hole, and it didn't quite make that one. So what I'm doing, I'm adjusting. I'm sorry, I didn't even hit 0-3. 0-4, man. Okay. So let's make sure, okay, goes through the first hole, goes through the second hole. So I'm just gonna sew it a few times. 1, that's 2, that's 3. Needle up, press the foot up, Bring it on out. Go ahead and cut it. So now my button is sewed. Obviously you trim that off. That's what the back looks like. Trim that off. Cut that. Then your button goes through, which I'll show that in a second. Okay, here is the stitching we did for the buttonhole. I simply just cut a slit down the middle. I trimmed up the thread on the button. Put the button in the back. Slide the button through the buttonhole. And there you go. Your buttonhole and your button. Fits just perfect. That's how you do that. Now, last thing I'm gonna say is the reason why I bought the sewing machine is, let me show you. The reason why I bought this particular sewing machine was I'm going to sew leather tote bag. I want a tote bag for my wife and my 2 daughters, so I bought the sewing machine to sew a leather tote bag. This is just vinyl that I was just practicing. And while I was practicing, I just said, let me do an unboxing, show all the features and everything. But this is why I bought the bag. I mean, this is why I bought the sewing machine for leather tote bags. So I appreciate everybody taking the time to watch this long video. At least it was long to me. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If I can, I will answer them. And you guys have a nice day. Appreciate your time. Bye.